Good evening, folks. Welcome to another stream on this Thursday evening. Let's make sure my settings are alright and that I am indeed live and appearing on screen. It looks good. So, let's play a bit of chillaxing my time at Portia. Starting with a cough there. Let's see, where was I last on Tuesday evening? I think just managing my farm. I've done a couple of the up to the second key quest for the council guards. Winter Solstice. There we go, there's something to do today. At 10 to 3, it's a solstice hot pot. And I had to take something for that. Food, I think. Food, let's get some meat and rice and various other food stuff. If I recall correctly, I did play this my time at Portia before, up to where I'm about now in the campaign, or just into the start of the the second year. So I recall that is there a llama in there? Is there a llama in there? No llama. Insufficient items. Okay. The llama outsmarted me this time. Let's put in some apples. Apple? Yeah. No, apple in there. While I'm with the food stuff, I need some salt, I think. And some cinnamon and coriander. This cornball. Any kind of food stuff, really. What's this? Cumin. You have to actually have it like on hand right quick. So it's only about 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 8 items that I can have on hand very quickly. What's this? Sugar, rice. There's some rice. I think chilies is also one of them, actually. Chilies. There is an achievement to put in like 10 chilies or something. So it's worth just taking the chilies for that if you're trying to heat it up. Heat it up. And it's beef. I've got meat already. Let's see. Pam jujube. Like some pumpkin. There's a chicken. Put some chicken in there. Winter hot pot. Oh, and this as well. Capture menu. I want a cotton llama. The reason I'm going after these is they sell for about 12,000 golds if you capture one. They're a bit harder to tame, and they require, or at least at my level, aroma apples to tame or to calm them down before you try and tame them. Let's see. Recover. And is everything fine? I think everything should be fine. I just need to feed my fish as well. I'm also doing some extensive fish farming. I've got, let me show you. I have these 2 fish tanks, which is on its way up. It's only got 2 bubblefish in there. And in this one, I think I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 golden salmon kingfish or thereabouts, and these are my full fish tanks. They are officially in the breeding program. So the small ones can I've got 4 in each, and it's 2 pairs, and every 8 days or so it gives me another 2 kingfish. That's all kingfish in there. This is also kingfish. also 4, so 2 pairs, and this one's got 16 fish, so 8 pairs. So I'm hoping, and I've not tested this fully, I'm hoping every 8 days that I get another 8 kingfish in there. This is the biggest fish tank you can get, which is the crystal fish tank. Okay. Wait. One more thing. I need to pet my animals to make sure they're happy. 2 hours until solstice hotpot. Is Ak hired? Why isn't Ak picking my stuff up? Yeah, I think every few months or something you have to rehire Ak. So it might be that he's actually stopped coming around. And the petting of the pets, in case you were wondering, is just to make them happy, which supposedly makes them grow faster. And this is the type of ingredients they give you. Feces! Which is actually a fertilizer ingredient, so it's pretty useful. Well, all of them at once, nice. And make sure they are happy as well. And my daily produces. I've got the factory, so I don't think Ak picks up everything anymore. A lot of this is just from either the agricultural units that I've got up. This or ruby, salt, or the mines or tree farm deliveries. Let's see. Don't think I've donated a porcelain water holder, the small relic. So I'm gonna put that in my museum stuff tab to later test if I can donate it to the museum. And then mining related stuff, I think it's gonna get some of these. This one, no. This one, no. So I've already pulled a bunch of stuff into the factory. I might actually go for some of the sand stuff and just bulk produce glass and try and see how much I can actually change the worthless sand, because it's 2-to-1 goals. I need to work out what it is if it's turned into glass. 2-to-1, so each stack is worth maybe what, 500 goals. So how much glass I can get from one stack, and then how much I can sell glass for. So make each step in the chain slightly more worth more, so I add lots of value. There's potentially other stuff I can make from glass. What did I want to make? Rice. And let's get on there. And it's a Tuesday, so I can still get commissions. The hotpot starts at 10, so I can probably go and do a S. S is the highest tier, as far as I know, of commissions, which typically, to reach S tier workshop, you need to get 16,000, 17,000 reputation points within a year. Waterproof cloth, 3 wooden pillars, or 4 aluminum plate. I will actually do this one. I think all the others I'm fairly happy with in terms of rep points of those people. But Dawa or Durwa, one of the Wuwa brothers, I've not properly achieved good relationship with. Aluminum plate, what's manufactured resources? I stockpile a bunch of stuff, so I typically have the basic ingredients of stuff. 25 out of 30. I'm looking for aluminum plates. There we go. Yeah, definitely have enough of those. And that goes to... check on the minimap. They're already there. The other thing about public holidays, before I forget, the other thing about public holidays is it's a good day to give gifts because you get double the relationship points. So I need to pick up mining resources, get some stone, can exchange it, and then go and give gifts. And have I got basic stuff? I've got crystal, yeah. I've got this. I typically have a few gifts that I have in bulk that I can give to people to give on their birthdays or whenever I see them. But it's typically the high value ones in terms of the relationship points. So I do try to just whenever I see them in the game have the ingredients on hand to give them something that they like. So let's go and see. So that stone to wood is just so that I've got a lot of basic wood, which is typically charcoal, and now with the factory directly into carbon steel bars as well. And if you didn't know, roses are a pretty good default gift if you don't know what somebody likes. Most people will like that. Winter Solstice tutorial. Emily's food stall. You can buy food items here. The spiciness of the hot pot. The higher it gets, the hotter it is. Equip the food type in the quick bar. Approach the hot pot and an option will appear. The icon on this person's head represents what he or she wants to eat in the hot pot. When you toss in letters, that person's relationship will go up. So this is a way to actually get more relationship points as well. You can eat after placing 10 food items in. Eating will heighten some of your abilities for a limited time. Cool. So, where's the hot pot?
Thank you all for gathering here today. Before we start, I invite Minister Lee to deliver a sermon for us. Minister?
Sermon.
Thank you, Gale. Well, nice having everyone out on this very cold day. I'm going to keep this short since the smell is oh so good. Django, you're getting good at this. I'm going to tell the story of how the Winter Solstice tradition got started. Long ago, in the bleakest period of the Age of Darkness, there was no light to be found. People rose in the morning and went to bed at night in total blackout. Food was scarce, and the crops were failing, and it was cold. Very cold. Many people died. On an especially cold winter solstice, a few of the stragglers started a fire to keep warm. When one of them suddenly said, "I still have a can of beans. Let's heat it up and share it." Someone followed by saying, "That's not enough. I still have some mushrooms. Let me put that in as well." One after another, people gave up what they had left.
Wasn't it mushroom first? What about cooking oil?
By the time they were done, the pot was full of wonderful and filling things. These people ate and laughed and went on to survive that day, and the next, and the day after that, until the sun finally came out. Even though we're seeing better times now, we need to remember what got us through those dark times. We shared what we had, helped one another, and together we made our current world possible. So please, never forget that. God bless.
Thank you for that wonderful sermon, Minister. Now then,
Pretty
everyone,
short sermon.
let's throw in what we have. That smells so delicious. Let's get ready to eat.
Yeah, let's do this. Oh man, so many quests and then some stuff.
I think my brother Dower has finally found his happiness. He and Dana are perfect for each other. I'm glad the new harbour is done. It'll help out my business a lot. Hello.
Hello, User Commerce Commission. Thank you. You've been a huge help. You are welcome. And I've got a gift for Ardit. He likes talismans. Plus 20, nice. And who do I know? Oh, I always forget Gust. I've got umbrellas. I've done it a few times, but I've always have umbrellas in my inventory or in my storage. So whenever I do the sort, or suddenly all the umbrellas in my inventory disappeared. This is Nora.
Is that? Wow, I like it.
Right. And Ginger is really hard to
Hello.
please. Give her some roses,
I really love this.
but it's only
Thank
plus
you
1.
so much. But you really don't have to spend so much time preparing gifts. I'd rather you come see me more.
She's got such big green eyes. I get lost in it. Wow. Okay. Emily's food store. Let's see if she's got something good. She's got everything. So if I need something, she's even got fish. Pound jujube. I've got most of it. Let's get some of this lobster meat. Let's support my gal Emily. Donald, Siwa, Dawa, Lucy, I've got a gift for. And she likes crystal
Wow,
necklace.
I've always wanted this. Thank you, I'm so happy.
Cool. And
Hey!
Django. I'm sure likes that.
Boy, do you know how to go all out on a holiday. Many thanks, friend.
Let me send my horse back home because he's kind of getting annoying.
Hi,
Would you like some roses?
I like it. You're very nice.
Thanks. You're not too bad yourself. Let's see. There was somebody that I wanted to give a gift to before it starts. Alice.
Hello.
Crystal necklace. Wow, I've always wanted this. Thank you. I'm so happy. And Sam, I've got something special for as well. Let's start. Relationship points. Relationship. Bubblefish. I haven't got bubblefish on me. Layered carrot. I haven't got layered carrots. Yes. Lettuce? No. So you basically just stand around and look for icons and try and match whatever you've got on you to actually put it in the pot. You can also randomly put in chilies. To increase the hotness of it. I've got pumpkins, too slow. Do I have pumpkins? No, I didn't take pumpkins. Oh man. Okay. Is it ginger? No. Keep adding chili peppers. Wee. Meat as well. Some meat in there. Oh, I wasn't close enough. Chili, more chili. They said they wanted it hot. I will show you hot. What's that super hot chili? The what's it called? They've got like a proper measurement scale as well for it. It's like just breaks the bank when it's so hot. Yeah, and different people can come in and they then demand different things as well. Let's see. More chili. Off the charts. Cumin. Oh, I haven't got cumin, I've got meat. Oh, just go. Oh, wow, nice. Wow, so hot. Very hot. Nice. I haven't got any kind of fish. Yeah. More spicy. More spicy. The spice must flow. If you're a sci-fi fan, you will know from whence it came. just randomly threw in some meat and got bonus relationship points. There we go. Oh. Maybe I just need to wait a bit and then put in some stuff. Oh, this is so spicy! This is so spicy! Hot, hot, hot! Oh, there we go. More chili! More chili! Oh, rock salt. I haven't got rock salt. Emily wanted more meat. Oh, Polly wanted meat as well. 2 eggs. Anybody eggs? No. Salt? No. Meat? Meat? Whoa, look at that! I think that was a few of the brothers that suddenly increased my rep with all of them. And then pushed somebody else into the next space and increased their rep as well. A virtuous circle of reputation. Polly wanted some meat. Wow. The spiciness is off the chart. Salt? Anyone? No. How about cinnamon? It's not spicy enough. Bamboo wire. Chicken? No. Yeah, Polly. Look how the spiciness meter. Let's eat some. Oh. So I could have actually every 10 ingredients taken a bite to eat. Let's eat. Oh. Hot, 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 hot. This can keep going till 3. I'm on the slow speed, so I think this progresses a bit faster on the fast speed. Let's see, pumpkin, fish. Let's see. Chili pepper, let's try more meat. No. This group not particularly in favor of meat. Let's see. Chicken. Anyone chicken? Ah, bamboo papaya. Isaac, nice. Always add more chili. Let's see. So spicy, so spicy. Oh, must add more chili. It's getting off the charts. No. Eggs. Can you add raw eggs to a stew? Question. Add it +5. Eat a bit. I can't interact with them because it's this hotpot event. Anyone want rice in there? No, you can't actually put rice in there. Let me actually, while I see that, appoint a lobster meat maybe? All the other stuff I was able to put in, it's just the rice didn't want to go. Okay, let's try some lobster meat. I haven't got a lot of it, so I will just wait until I see somebody would like it. Let's try some regular meat. Bamboo papaya, anyone? Oh, I timed bamboo papaya well. Lee, fish. Paulie wants fish. How about regular meat? Higgins! Oh man, somebody wants. Ruba wants. Yeah, nice. So spicy, so spicy. Let's try and see if I can actually increase Egan's relationship. I saw he wanted a piece of meat. Add some meat to the stew. Eat. There we go. Nice. What does that actually give me in terms of buffs? Attack plus 30. 543 seconds remain. Relationship plus 5. Okay. Winter Solstice celebration ends. Now, how about his regular festival photography? Snowball fight. Oh, let's go have a snowball fight. Snowball fight's the best. I'm not very good at it. Because you need to be a bit patient. I get panicked and time outs. I'm gonna run out of time, even though there isn't actually a time limit. Snowball fight. Snowball fight. Everyone, get ready for a snowball fight. Let's see. I wanted to give Sam a gift. I see Sam there, Sam.
Hi.
Hi, I've got a gift for you. You like shrimp and cheese on rice. I'm sure
It
you
really
do.
is a nice present.
Sam became your best friend. Nice. Okay, I think that's everyone I wanted to give gifts to. Wait. Albert.
Hello.
What do you like? A pot of Asteria. Where's my pot of Asteria? I don't see it. I'm blind. There we go.
Thank you.
Got
Never expected you to give me this.
Participant who gets the highest points wins. I want to win. Okay, I'm not starting. Starting at 4? Sign up here.
Hello.
I want to sign up. Where do I sign up?
Goodbye.
Is that 4? Yeah, the story bits. How you do this. And then you try and aim and hit people. Like that. Whee. To try and not get the timing too bad. Oh. Yeah, or completely miss. Come on, Sam, I'm waiting for you. I know you're there. Oh. Sorry, friend Django. Paulie. He's standing there like he's hard to hit. So it's going slightly better than my other winter snowball fight. Oh, I say and then I completely miss. Change hand. Wait, middle one. There you go. No, change hand. Not sure if that actually makes a difference. Oh, 2 misses in a row. Yeah, I don't think you're actually limited in time. Oof. So you can keep playing. I don't think it's like a fixed time that it takes. So you can just keep playing and only throw when you're sure, but I was like, oh man. Look at that, 68%. I think the highest I got was 72% hit rate. Nice. One more. Was that it? Oh, let's take a group photo. Yeah. That was so much fun. Okay. Oh. Sorry, I need to take some items from my group photo. Oh, everyone's running for the group photo. I don't want to go and pick up the other one. Don't miss out on the group photo. Group photo. Nice. Winter Solstice year 1. I think that's it. Ah, you can, I think this is how it works. Also take group photo with the owners of the stores there. So wherever there's a icon like that to take pictures, you can take pictures with the group owner or store owner. there more? Maybe they need to just move away to the next thing. Is that the other one? Wait, there's one as well? Oh, there's a few here. Okay, so that one I took. This one is... Ah, the Uwa brothers. Right. What's this? Ah, Emily's food store. That was it. Oh, what's this? Somebody built a snowman right there. And it's snowed over. Then... Let's see... Run, QQ,
Why don't
run.
you take QQ for some exercise today as well?
Sure, sounds good. So, the QQ exercise thing is you have to equip this. And then get QQ to follow you around for a bit. And there's 3 sort of touch points that you have to get to. Okay, there's one, which was thankfully quite close. QQ, come on. Oh. But you can't get too far away from him, otherwise he just falls asleep. Like rolls in the mud. I hope it stops at some point. This QQ quest, at least you get some relationship points with Gust, so it's hard to otherwise engage him in conversation. Come on, QQ. You're doing great. You can do it. Two out of 3. Yeah, and I'm doing this sort of backward or running towards the camera thing, so I don't run too far away from QQ. I need to see how far he's lagging behind. And once you reach the 3rd spot and get the quest completed notification, you can just head on back to Gust.
Not bad. You really have some determination.
500 calls, relationship +5. This year's coming to an end. Let's take a group photo for this wonderful moment. I thought we did. Take another one. I'm already BFFs with Mayor Gale.
Like Django's hot pot. My wife loved this day as well.
So I don't really need to give him anything. I don't think I'm carrying his favorite gifts around anymore. Thank you for your company this year. Another great year. Let's see. Is there anything that I think any of the other people will still like? Maybe the data disk to Petra. Where's Petra? There's Petra.
Hello?
Would you like a data disk?
Is it for me? Thank you.
+8 and... I think I've just about exhausted my gifting capabilities with what I've got. It's got the camera icons on the minimap, so I've done that, done that one. No, that was it. Okay. Gonna head on back to the farm. Get my horse and maybe go and try and fish for some more kingfish. I'm still trying to get a lot more of the bubblefish kingfish because the 2 kingfish that I've got at the moment isn't that great. From Gale. Hi Sporiza, thanks for participating in this snowball fight. Here's a little something. Hope you had a great time. Snowball badge, lucky cover, snowman with red scarf and solstice tree. Nice. Okay, sort all and let's store all the stuff that I've got and look in my factory while we here. The factory is now taking a bit of my attention as well, just because all my production machines are now inside the factory, so I do need to occasionally stop by and just make sure things are ticking along. And items and gifts. I've got a few tabs that's just the items that I don't actually know what to do with. That's not production level items. Stewed mushrooms. Pretty good. I think this was actually a gift for Alice. 79 bubblefish stews. Salt. I think that's everything. Let's just put it back in my inventory so I can see. Let me go and see how my factory is doing. How's my apple slices doing? Apple slices are fine. Yep. Still going strong. And my factory. Let's see. 300 to 50 fireworks. Blanks, 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 blanks. Collect all. Thank you. And just check everything is doing what it's supposed to be. Tin alloy is going. Steel plates, still fine. Wow. I'm eating through my iron ore. What's this? Tree sap. Surely I have more tree sap. Yeah, I do have more tree sap. Let's bring that inside. So what you can do is initially when you get the factory, you can put items in its storage inside the factory, so it moves your items from, or you can move your items from the outside storage to inside, which is all the items that the factory can then use to produce other stuff, or all the regular stuff. But I've done it the other way, so I've initially did a bunch, and then you can also do it this way, so you set some production, and then if you don't have the ingredients inside, you can view and you can do this thing and say, well, I've got 3,000 outside, so I can actually move either all of it or however many you want to move inside the factory. You can do it by this method. I think that should be enough for now. What else? What else? Is there any of my copper? 26,000. Ah, glass was the thing I wanted to check. How much does glass sell for? So each 2 sand is worth 1 gold. So of the 8 sand that's required for 1 glass, the sand itself as the raw ingredient would be worth 4 golds. But you can sell it for 3 times as much if you do it as glass. Are there stuff that only use glass as an ingredient? Let me check. It would probably be one of these things. Glass. Ah, so this one uses sand and sells for 181. Sand, tin ore, copper ore. So anything that uses sand is probably via glass. Yeah, so glass, all parts, copper bar. The question is, I only want to sell stuff or make stuff that I can sell in bulk, and the only one that store that intrigues me for bulk sales is A&G Construction. So I'm actually going to write down a few ideas of things to sell. And if I've got something in storage already, I will try and see if this 96 goals could actually go to ANG construction. ANG construction buys question mark. Wall light. Street light. I assume they will buy street light. They gave me the initial commission for that, so anything sort of glass related, because glass and or sand, because that I've got in huge bulks as well as stone. Let's see. How much stone have I got outside? 38,000. Great! It's just the marble that's a bit... I don't want to miss too much. How much marble have I got? I have 320 marble outside and 270 inside. However, the stone stool, right? The extend stone, I need to check how much each individual stone sells for. Let's check. It doesn't tell me here. So I've got 38,000, so I can make it in bulk, but I think I've tested this. No. So I once in the past actually made something in huge quantities and then found out that ANG Construction didn't buy it, which was the purpose of me making it in the first place. And the thing I was making was actually the grinder outside, well, not that outside, it was it this one? No, grinding? Grinding stone was what I was making, because it's only 5 stone and sells for 4. And I think it's again 2 stone for 1 gold if you wanted to sell it. So it would have been 2.5 golds worth of ingredients and you sell it for 4. But ANG Construction doesn't actually buy grinding stones. So maybe they'll buy furniture. So that's the question. Stone stool, which is 10 and they sell for 7. Not that good. Wall lamp requires hardwood as an ingredient, which is a bit stingy of me to not want that. Glass and bar hardwood plank. So far pure glass in terms of 63. Am I wanting to give up more iron ore? Let me actually try and pull in iron ore. I only have 25 iron ore outside, so probably need to go and farm some more iron. Showcase. Well, no, too many ingredients. Tempering liquid? No. So I'm looking for stuff that requires sand as an ingredient, because I've got a bunch of sand and a bunch of stone. So either sand or stone as a raw ingredient. Like this. So 39 and crystal. It's just the raw sand. Doesn't even go through the glass space. It's just the crystal is a bit stingy at the moment as well. I think until my next batch of crystallatries comes online as well, I'm going to be a bit stingy with my crystals. How much is this? 35, and it's got wood, soil. So soil is the other thing that I've got in bulk as well. How much soil have I got? 38,000 soil. Animal feces though. It's going to be tough. And wait, there's something. Soil and animal bones. So cultivated soil sells for 11, which is normal soil and 1 animal bone each. So animal bones, that's the limiting factor on these. So if I can get a bunch of animal bones, I can make a bunch of cultivated soil. 11 isn't that exciting. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sort of trying to figure out what can I turn my sand and my soil into. So far this looks pretty lucrative. How much old parts have I got? I haven't got that many old parts though. I might just turn it into glass. I'm going to start a bunch of glass. I'll add it to my list, because if ANG Construction doesn't buy it, then I'm kind of stuck with a lot of glass. However, it's going to save me some space. So I'm going to say bring all my sand inside. 60,000. Okay, let's turn all the sand into glass. So divide by 8 is about 10,000 stacks of 10,000 glass. Whoa, how many is that? If I make 8 queues of 999, that's 8,000. And it's gonna run out of glass soon. And give me number of queues. Give me 499, 500. Make it 500 and 16 queues. Let's do this quickly. So, if we now look at this, could have looked at it there. It's in the furnaces, and it's not even using all my furnace capacity. Glass. It's gonna burn through that so quickly though. Wow, awesome. Okay, I am happy that I am changing my big stone sand stockpile to something a bit more worthwhile. And let's pick this up and kick off another one. Sure, it can be a gift for someone. Not sure who though, because I believe I already donated this to the museum. So okay, and sort all yes, and put. I'm gonna carry my my fireworks around because that's a good gift for people. Not a gift, a date event. And oh man, I should hire Ak. Looks like Ak wasn't around today. Where would Ak be? Is Ak still around? Ak? Ak? No. I need to double check that I've still got Ak hired. Otherwise I need to make like a friend and actually talk to him. Anyway, I was going to do some fishing. Make the most of the in-game day. I want to catch more bubblefish kings. So in the moment, this is the fishing spot that's going to give me either of the kingfish that I want, which is either the golden salmon kingfish or bubblefish kingfish. With normal bubblefish, my reel it in anyway because I can use it for the bubblefish stew recipe, which is a crit chance recipe, which I like to have in dungeons. It only lasts 3 minutes, so it's a good, recipe to have, in my opinion. Let's see, Emperor Bubblefish. Another Emperor Bubblefish. I got curious the other day. I was looking at how to design games for people with visual impairments, as it's one of my fears is actually losing sight, and I've occasionally in and around my home or at least I should say when I sleep sleep with a blindfold on, and when sometimes when I get up in the morning or in the middle of the night, I don't actually take the blindfold off and just move around the house without using my eyesight, and just led me to think around how my life would change in terms of how I got around and what I would do if I actually lost my sight for real. And it's like, oh man, my passion is games. What sort of games could you play that doesn't require sight? In terms of video games, it's often like text-based type games. I think Alexa is also moving towards some let's say, audio type games, you interact, word games, a lot of word games you can still play. So I was thinking, what sort of other app type experience or text-based game could you build that's a game that still is accessible for people with visual impairments? And that's an interesting thought, because a lot of games these days focus on, let's say, glitzy graphics and not so much on accessibility. And yeah, it's an interesting thought, I think, to how do you design a game that, if you take the main visual aspect that a lot of gamers go for, if you take that out completely, I think you can still actually design for that, but also make the sound cues and the environment in the game work. Because one of the stories that I was reading was that blind people are often very good at fighting games like Tekken or Mortal Kombat style games, because it's clearly defined in terms of start, and there's cues whenever you do stuff, or when there's a wind up of a character, and it's like button combinations like on a controller, which is all like touch based stuff. And that's like really good, because it's also some of the controllers these days are force feedback type stuff, so it will tell you when something's happening on the screen, so you don't need to see it, because you can feel that something's happening. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. How do you combine okay graphics with accessibility features like the force feedback, or clever sound design or sound cues to say this activity now starts, or when you press a button that say you're running into water, or somewhere where you're not supposed to be, that you actually get that feedback in a non-visual sense as well. So auditory feedback, or force feedback on a controller, for example. But yeah, that's, I would say, area of gaming I think still can use a lot of development. One thought I had, or a couple of thoughts of games that might work in a non-visual sense, is like a detective style game where you're not the detective to look at, say, crime scenes photographers, but you do I would say investigation via voicemail or via email. So you get emails, and the emails get read to you, or you hear voicemails on the phone, and the detectives ask you, or explains to you, or the case officers, or whatever the case may be, explains to you the particulars of, say, an interview, or you listen to an interview tape, or the case files or interview witness statements, say, and they read that to you, and then ask you, like, what should I do? And sort of in that way, it's a branching detective style game as one option. So not so much relying on visuals, because all of it can be auditory or email transcript that's read to you, right? Or the other one, I thought might be more applicable to a escape room type situation, but this is specifically with the phone and an AR visual augmented reality component that requires you to move your phone around. So it isn't actually an escape room in the sense of a visual escape room that you have to look at stuff, but you move the camera around, even without there being visuals for that, that if you move it around, you're looking at different elements in the escape room that you then choose to interact with or not, as if you're in an escape room that's completely dark, right? So there's no visuals, or there could be visuals as well, but it also tells you there's an object there, or you feel there's an object. So you can say, actually move this object. It feels like a box, it feels like a chair, it feels like this, it feels like this. So as you move your camera around or your phone around, it tells you what you're feeling, as if you are in a completely dark escape room or room that you have to escape, right? So it's very focused around what can you tell about the object in your environment without actually being able to see it. So it's a voice-based and or reasoning-based thing. So you feel around you in the dark, and you feel something that feels like a chair or a box with a loose lid, for example, and then you open the box and you find something in there. As a couple of thoughts of games that I thought could work in a reduced visual experience, or could even still have that visual component if you want to appeal to visually able people as well. So 28, 6, no kingfish, and 1 golden salmon. Yeah, kingfish I think is only like a 1% chance to bite anyway. Ack! He finally came and picked up some stuff. Let me just check. Ack, is he happy? I've done a bunch of work, check them out. Let's check.
Hi!
Yeah, so if Ack has stopped working for you, one of them will actually say, hire Ack, and then you just click the button and hire him again. Let's get him. This is the recipe that I'm trying to breed the king salmon for, is this king salmon fillet, however you pronounce that, max hit points permanently +1. So this is what I'm trying to go for, with this ingredient being the most expensive one. So hopefully, if I'm trying to get up to 2 fish tanks going with king salmon and 2 full fish tanks with bubblefish king, to then give me each 8 days another 8 kingfish. So potentially up to 16 max hit points permanently every 8 days, and plus 16 defense permanently every 8 days. But that's far down the line. I've only got 1 full fish tank that's already gonna breed me the 8th salmon king, but I'm trying to fill another fish tank, so the first 8 might actually go into the second fish tank. And this one I've only got 2 bubblefish king so far, so in 8 days I might have 3 bubblefish king, which is why I'm still fishing a lot for that as well. But this bubblefish stew is what I'm using the normal bubblefish for, which is crit chance +35. It's a good dungeon recipe to have, and I'd recommend getting Act just for this functionality, in that it can bulk produce recipes for you. Just say, there we go, thank you, and because he'll have access to the items in your inventory. 22 max hit points, can do this as well. I actually have a bunch of other stuff as well that also give me golden. This is what I'm looking for. Hold on, I need ginger for this. 20% max stamina. Got a lot of honey. I think I've got a lot of layered carrot as well. It's just ginger. Okay, this is where I actually often prefer to use the wiki, because the wiki is all these little questions like, where do I get the ginger, is my question now. And that is where I actually use the ginger, the ingredient, not ginger the person. Harvestable from the collapsed wasteland. Okay. Not yet. I need to go and actually do a bit of work. Chiwa Darwa wants to play.
Dana said if we didn't wear Coloroy's cloth, she would have trouble figuring out who's who.
I I wonder if they
Mr.
actually
Lucer didn't even
make
miss a
like
beat
other
with
twins
that
and
arson
just
event.
switch colors
He told
every
me the next
few
day
days.
that he has full trust in the mayor to get the port off the ground, and he'll provide full financial support. That's some business, man. Hi.
Invitation. Shall we hang out together tomorrow? Okay. Play with Erwa at Central Plaza tomorrow at 10. Thinking can, viewed by May. Yeah, so all these relic stuff that I'm stacking outside the house, I'm just putting there because random people can actually walk by and look and see it, and then they give you relationship points if they like it, which occasionally is a nice boost to relationship because I don't always know what actually to give them in terms of gifts. Animal bones I've got, nice. Worn fur, and from Django, bubblefish soup. Thank you. And how's my goal situation? 32,000. Let's go and see. Animal bones. Put that in animals. Fur, tree sap is a logging. See if I've got a cotton llama. I do have a cotton llama. Let's see if I can actually tame it. Said cotton llama. Cotton llama. No pressure, no pressure. Just try and calm him down. Feed. 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 Yeah. One more. Make him really happy and relaxed. Okay, let's take. So this is a mini game. You just try and get the rhythm, the right buttons in the rhythm. W S A D W. And the more you do it, I think the better you get. So it feels like I'm getting better. I didn't used to like. I get about 2 missed ones still. Miss is bad. Anything else is good. I think the miss actually takes some stuff away if you miss one. So just try and get it all, even if it's not perfect. Occasionally they seem to get at the same time, the W and the S's, which is why I don't always try and get those perfect. If it looks like a double, it's going to come up. Did that work? Yes. Yeah, you try to get the meter thing past the threshold, which is the little icon at the top of the meter, and then you come here and you say after you fed the animal, you right click and then you can click on the animal you want to sell and say sell. Cotton llama is 12,000, and not to produce anything. I was waiting for a quest. I think the quest in the summer marsh, last thing I did was install a ventilation fan, and that needs to vent for 2 days, they said. So the following day I might be able to go back in there. This hardened clay. Probably need to go and commission some tempering liquid. What did I want to do? I wanted to have the goals is now up to 44,000. Now there's still a couple of things that I can spend money on. The big one being the mine upgrades. I think I've only done the first one, which is the 10,000 goals, but I've not done any other. I can do ginger mining as well, harvesting ginger in the collapsed wastelands. What did I want to do? Sometimes I forget what I was doing. Which day of the week is it as well? I wanted to put wheat in my food box, or one of the food boxes. Okay. And that also means I need to go and top up some wheat boxes from agriculture. agriculture box has some seeds for me. So I'm still in winter. About 5 or 6 days left. So anything with all seasons will still work and give me some return. So we'll do wheat. What else can we do? Cornball. I think I've got cornball going. Let's try this. So this is wheat. What's this? Rainbow flower and cornball. Okay. See some more rainbow flower. And this apricot tree. So the first time you plant a tree, right? If you've not done this before, the first time you plant a tree in one of these large planter boxes, the first time it is actually to maturity, right? It doesn't actually give you any return when it reaches it, right? So this one is still 5 days and 21 hours to maturity. And how do you know when it's mature or not? Is that little apple icon next to the timer. So the tree on the right hand side there, the apricot tree on the right hand side, is mature, and the tree on the left isn't. And what that means is the timer on the mature tree is actually to the next harvest, whereas the non-mature tree is the timer is to maturity, and then it starts another timer for the first harvest. So this one is still going, and this one is mature because it's got the apple next to it. So that's how you know. So a lot of my trees are not mature yet. Nitro trees. Where's my... This is Cristella trees. I think I've got 4 mature Cristella trees and 2 that's still growing. And apple trees. I've got a lot of apple trees. However, most of them, I think 9 or 10 of them are already mature, and then there's 5 more that's not mature. Okay, anyway, that's just my current setup. I'm tempted to go for more Cristella trees. That's the one that I'm not quite sure if I have enough or not. I've got 6. And these 6 here is all mystery salesman seeds of some sort. Okay. Did I feed my fish today? I don't think I fed my fish today. So, put this back and get some more of this. Yeah, the fish go through dough so quickly. There's a better feed for fish, which is the bug eggs, which if you just got small tanks, you can typically use that and sustain it by just killing some ladybugs. But the big ones, not so good, because you run out of that pretty quickly. But the bug eggs are about 3 times more efficient in terms of feed than the dough, so you typically only need 1 per fish, whereas these ones I need about 3 per fish. I think there's 8 fish in there, thereabouts. What I'm looking for as well is if there is a little icon with a fish with bubbles above one of these fish tanks, it means the fish are hungry. So they are not fed enough then, or then you need to feed them to make sure they don't end the day hungry, because if they end the day hungry, you lose that day's breeding opportunity or count towards the total that they need to breed, which is, if you're trying to breed fish, not a good thing. Let's put that back. Yeah, so these bug eggs are the other option for feeding fish. What I want to do, it's at the end of the day, it's a Wednesday, so pet the animals, pet the animals. And this design decision to actually put the animals near the entrance is because I want to remind myself to actually pet the animals before I head out of the yard. So if they were at the back, I might forget to actually pet them every day, which they actually like if you pet them every day. Yeah, my horse is named Twitch, in case you didn't see that. I ride my Twitch, man. My faithful steed, Twitch. Let's give him some more apples. Apples got slightly more growth points, and once my new apple trees come online, cancel. No. Horse, come this way. Moment. Oh, I want some stone to exchange for wood as well. While I'm going, there we go. Yeah, so the thing I need to check is actually whether ANG Construction will buy glass. I'm sure they will, but doesn't hurt to check, because I'm producing a lot of glass in the factory. Now I'm actually kind of looking forward to this new Path of Exile League as well, at least a Necromancer rebuild, because I want to try Necromancer for a new build. 3 waterproof lamp or 2 leather belt. I'll try this one. Yeah, so at the end of the year, all these rankings reset. Well, the points, I think. I think workshop level might stay, but the points reset. So 10,000 goals, and I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days away. What's this one? This is Abandoned Ruins 1. This is copper, I think. Leather belts. Okay. I can do that. Hello, Presley.
When I was your age, I worked from dawn till midnight. All that hard work paid off, and I'm now the commissioner of the branch.
Nice.
Hello.
Hello, Antoine.
I want to build a snowman with Emily. I'm rotting here at the Commerce Guild.
I think if you are serious about improving relationship with people, you can actually look up their preferred gifts on the wiki. That's on there as well.
Hi.
Otherwise, just give them roses. Roses are a good default gift. However, Alice only sells 1 per day, except when she's got the sale on, in which case it's like 4 per day or something. But that sale only lasts for like 2 days, so yeah, tough. 100% market price. Amazing. Okay, and I think I actually wanted to give Django a gift as well.
Hi.
Hi, Django. Would you like a paper flower?
Oh, this is something special, my friend. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Welcome. Also, how about a recipe for a good friend? I have a few dishes to share with you. See which one you want to hear. Use golden salmon as an ingredient, meat as an ingredient, or egg as an ingredient. How about this one? Wise choice. I have a dish called fish porridge. To make it, all you need are golden salmon times 2 and chili pepper. I think I knew that one, but thanks. Okay, leather belt. And then I can probably go and mine a bit. I want to go up to one of the mines that's got iron ore, because I'm running out of iron ore. So leather belt is to this. A leather belt sells for 216, but it requires quality leather. Okay, understood. And what was the last thing? This was something. I was like, what's the last thing that I built for the museum? And I just answered my own question. Is this exhaust fan? Because when I picked it up, I've only just built it for the quest, but when I picked it up, I did check that it's got this bit of text, which says large assembled item, exhaust fan, 4,300. The ingredients for this again? Let me actually check. Exhaust tank sells for 4,300. There's a couple of things that I wanted to check. Exhaust fan. So I'm now marking whether A&G will buy an exhaust fan. I'm not going to sell this one to them. I still want to give it to the museum. But I'm curious if they will buy it. What's the ingredients for an exhaust fan? Hard aluminum, wind wheel, military engine, and steel shell. 4,300. The question is, are they 8 steel shells? How much is 8 steel shells worth? Let me check. So I've got 8 steel shells, or steel shells in general. Where do I do that? Steel shells. Steel shells. There we go. Each of these sells for about 300, so 8 of them will sell for 8 times 3 is 24, so 2,400 just from the steel shell ingredients. So 2,400. Military engine requires industrial engines, I think, to trade in. Yeah, I don't think really you can produce this in bulk because this is the limiting factor, which requires industrial engine. Can get from Portia Harbour Trade Center, which is either industrial engine or advanced engine. I think it might be the advanced engine that it requires in trade, and each of these are worth 400 coals. So maybe not, maybe not. Okay, logging, let's put that in there. Let's go and hand in this quest. Goes to Arlo. And Gale still has the quest of run QQ run. It's like, is that a permanent thing? Is he now always just going to ask me to exercise QQ? Thanks. If you run into any trouble, don't hesitate to ask our civil court for help. Arlo became your friend. Nice. Okay, let's go and see if this run QQ run is actually a bit different today, or if it actually finishes at some point. Oh, everyone was in the house today. Hello, everyone. He's brushing QQ. Cute. Okay. Run
Why don't you take QQ for some exercise today as well?
Sure. Come on, QQ. This way. QQ. Oh no, that's not good. Will it actually work if I'm outside and QQ's inside? Oh no, don't think this will work. Where's QQ? QQ, this way. Where is QQ? Now QQ's probably outside. I sometimes miss time the transition of other animals or pets. QQ, there we go. QQ's outside. QQ, this way. Okay. No, it's QQ this way. This way, this way! It's getting very excited. I was noticing there in the corner was some old rubber tires. I was wondering if they've been left there since the apocalypse. Or how did the rubber tires end up in a corner in a post-apocalyptic town? This way, QQ. Tag this, tag. There we go, Western Gate is done. Hey Sam,
Hello.
would you like a gift of shrimp and
How
cheese and
thoughtful
rice?
of you. I really like it.
My relationship with Sam so far. Sam is best friend, Nora's best friend, Alice's best friend, and BFF. Yesterday. Yes. Probably bought some roses as well. Yes. Long day. The slow game speed makes for long day. Oh. Ran too far. QQ. QQ run. Run QQ run. Ah, school's coming out. At 3. Actually, the first time I think I've heard the actual school bell, or what sounds like the school bell. See if the kids actually stream out of school. Not as quick as we used to. Wait, there goes Jack. Miss Lucy. Polly. Toby. Dolly. Oh, that's Polly, I think. That's Dolly and Molly. Of course you know the difference. Find Gust. Gust is here. Where's Gust? Over there. Okay.
Not bad. You really have some determination.
I do it every day. Every day takes back the stick. Okay. I wanted to check if there's anything new for sale, including, let's take some of that. How much is the power stones? 10,072. I'll take some of that. Just in case. Nova Sword. No, that's right. And let's look at this. Does she have a red heart knot? No. Does she have more advanced? Whoa! She sells it for 50,000. Wow, good thing I got it as a reward then. 50,000. That's 100% market price. How much does she buy it for? 12,000. Okay, that's fairly good as well. 12,500, 12,500. So if I get more duplicates of that, I might actually sell that. Okay, understood. So it's 4 PM, and let's pick up some stuff. No mail. Let's pick up stuff. I said stuff. Cornball seed and cornball, which means there's some more planting to be done. Sort all, yes. And planting. Agriculture. And do we want more cornball? Yeah, let's do more cornball. No. Wheat. Wheat is for the dough, for feeding the fish, so it's pretty serious. This is only in autumn, so I can't do that. Let's do it. It's over there, okay. Wheat is pretty quick in terms of how quickly it grows though as well. So it's 3 days total. Cool. And apple slice looks fine. Cool. Wait, this is complete. Let's store that in items and gifts. And agriculture can come back. And agriculture, it's that for sale box. Not too much. Not too much. Okay, this is now done. So I think I'm gonna actually go to the desert, the ruins, and get some more iron ore and the stuff in there, which is aluminum type ingredients. Yeah, just do that. I think the next in-game day is going to be the next part of the quest again, to where's my mouse? The next part of the main story quest, the key 3 or something, for the all source AI. Okay. Do you want to spend 20 gold to switch to another area? Yes. Okie dokie, and do this. 600 gold, that's fine. Yes. The Civil Corps sometimes send out exploration teams to the peripheries. So this is basically anything. Just make sure I get a bunch of iron ore as well. That was the one that I was running out of. So whenever I'm in one of those veins, I just go around and mine a bunch of it. And sand I can now turn into something a bit more lucrative. Condensed power stone, I'll take that. More parts boxes. Tempering liquid. And small silicon chip, that would be useful as well, because that's the other thing that the church accepts for their rainbow flower seeds. These aluminum chips, or small silicon chips I should say. Parts box, cheap old toy ship. Yeah, the thing with the drill, it's great and it's super quick, however it eats through your stamina like crazy, which is why I've got such a big stockpile of apple slices, just for this very purpose. So that whenever my stamina runs out, I can actually just say pause for a moment and eat some apple slices. Like this. Okay, let's tag a few more things. There we go. Parts boxes. Bonsai piece. Condensed power stone. What else? More parts boxes. Yeah, sometimes it's tempting to try and dig straight up, but it can be a bit tricky to get the item if you don't have somewhere to stand. harvesting some iron ore while I'm here. Marker's Tail, Advanced Engine, Bonsai Piece, 1. Okay, and Marker's Tail 2 and park boxes. Going through some iron ore to get there. Okay. Marker's Tail. I was looking at well, somebody gave me the tip that these tapes is you actually need a TV that you can get from the mysterious salesman, and then you can actually watch the tapes, which I didn't actually quite connect the dots. It's useful to have somebody actually mention that to you. It's like, how do you get all this, use all this useless stuff that sounds so interesting, like there's a story behind it, but I can't use it. It's like TV. Haven't you got a TV? You're so post-apocalyptic. get with the times. TVs are cool again. Okay. Tag a few more things. There we go. There's something. Keypad. There's a relic that's also something like a keypad or gamepad or something. Where is that? Marker's Tail. Parts boxes. Got both. Tempering liquid plus 3. Nice. Fan model piece 3. Okay, that one's 39. Okay. It's also easy to cover distance with this drill. So it's like 39 is not too bad in terms of distance to go. See, it's what, only 14 left. And only 7 left. Oh, there's the room. Okay, let's go to the room. Sound engine. The thing about going into the room is anything you've tagged is then reset when you come out. So let's just get this stuff first. Having a comfortable and spacious home is one of the prerequisites to getting married. Let's get some stamina before I fight. So I've done that before. It's running there and it's just like, oh, I haven't got any stamina. You can't attack. I will take all the pink sofas. Not that I don't have enough pink sofas, but I will take it. Small engine and 2 data disks. What's over here? Another chest. Nice. Small silicon chip. I will take it. Peach is the most famous person in the world. He's recognized for bringing us into the current age. Awesome. Yeah, if you've not done the lore, he's the guy that's got the statue in the main part of town. And he's the one that brought the light back to the world. After the ancients brought the darkness. Which I assume is a reference to like a nuclear holocaust type situation. And the world covered in clouds. Or soot, whatever the case is. Advanced engine condensed power stem. Question is, how much iron ore have I got so far? I feel like I should have a lot, but inventory. F inventory. Inventory. Iron ore is this one, so it's 1 stack. 2, 3, 4, 5. About 6 stacks. This is the next row of my inventory. Let's get that actually unlock. And the last one is 51,000. Ouch. Okay. Silicon chip, I will take it. Rocket model piece 2. Let's see what else. Oh, there's a few things close by. Marker's Tale cooking a recipe database. Ah, it's a chip. No stamina. Yeah, and that's like every once in a while when you're doing this bulk mining that I'm doing. Just take a break and get that stamina back, and the next day hope you get enough apple slices back to refill the stockpile. Or if you don't, maybe not mine every day. Also got a lot of data disks as well. You can sell it. I think you can sell it. I've not really sold data disks. Let me actually check. 500 creative designs. But I'm interested in this. Sells for 75 goals. So at 1,075 might sell for 75,000 if anybody buys that much data disks. Or who buys it, I don't know. But I might first use it for more church stuff, or even some of the consumables. I think that the research center sells advanced engines for data disks as well. How much does this sells for? 125. Let's check some of the item stockpiles that I've got in my storage. Parts box, aluminum wires, and a bell. Nice. Iron ore, must get iron ore. Look at that, so nice, so nice. Look at my number for iron ore. I just want that number to go higher. So if you're in a really juicy vein, you might get that iron ore number. Ah, now I've got too many other stuff in between, so it pushed it up and started a new count. Cooking recipe database. Another chip. Agricultural data chip and a parts box in this way. I think I've got a lot of aluminum ore anyway. I'm sure it doesn't hurt to get more. Stamina. Yeah, I think iron is the one that is used the most because that's an ingredient for the carbon steel bar, along with charcoal, but yeah, iron ore goes quite quickly. Okay, it's almost 1, so there's a couple of hours left here. That's advanced engine. What's the one other thing? Is a room. Have I been to this one? Try and get it from the top. Yeah, I've been to this one. Have I been to this one? Let's go in the short answer. Yes, I've been to this one. Many Portians have their own stories. You will learn them once you befriend them. Which is actually a great tip. You can read their social interactions once you get to any sort of the friend level. You can get more of the background, which if you're not that good friends with them, it will just say, oh, you need to become more better friends with them before you actually get to know them. So associate, more personal information can be obtained after improving the relationship. 1 extra reputation point after completing a commission. Okay. Toby. Stranger. No relationship perks. Lua. Husband. Receive help with domestic work and resource gathering and a chance at receiving gifts first thing in the morning. That's McDonald. Buddy. Send gifts through the mail sometime. Yeah. I'm sure I've met everyone. No, there's still one person I've not met. Who would this be? Maybe one of the brothers? How many brothers? There should be, I think 7 brothers? Let's check. No brothers there. No brothers. Let's see. Tawa 1. Chiwa 2. Erwa 3. Sanwa 4. Wuwa 5. Liwa 6. One of the brothers. I should actually maybe stop by their Saturday or weekend barbecue and just talk to everyone. Apparently I've not actually talked to all of them. Okay, yeah, I think there's 7 brothers. I've only got 6, so I should actually go and talk to one of them. Oopsie. Let's get that one. What's it there? Question is, can I get it when it's on the other side of the white wall? The edge of reality. Plain model piece 1. Rocket model piece 3. I wonder if there is actually like an achievement for the different relics or the amount of different relics you can get. Or if it's just donating stuff to the museum, because I think at last count I was up to 48 items that I've donated. So I'm not sure how many more stuff I can actually make and donate. Let's do, whoa, there's a good close one. Smartest tail print. We can do this, we can do this. Condensed power stone. Parts box. Sphere trophy piece 2. Get some more ore, some more juicy ore. And a rocket model piece 1. Yeah, I'm capped on the bonuses inside my house, so I don't need any of the relics anymore for that. But I can probably donate some stuff. So. Sculpted lion. I don't think I've actually got a sculpted lion. Let's try and get that piece before my timer runs out. $237 bonsai sailboat model piece. Bonsai piece, sailboat model piece, autumn doll piece. I think I've got that. Let's try that fortune cap. Oh, it's gonna be close. Just need to get the angle right, otherwise I'm gonna mess it up. There we go, fortune cap piece, nice. Some ore, more ore. Oh, now I get the message. Oh man, And I've already bought another row of inventory. I'm actually gonna call the stream there while it's saving. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow. I've taken the day off of my normal work, which might mean I get an afternoon stream in. But no promises, because I've got plans to do a YouTube video about fishing in this game. So I might be doing that for most of the day tomorrow, because I'm still learning how to actually do that properly. But I will definitely be on by 7:30, and I will actually be playing later in the evening. I will be playing the launch of the new Path of Exile League, which is starting at 9 PM my time. So my usual stream start time is 7:30 on Fridays, but I might go for longer as well to stream that. I'm not going to start with Path of Exile and wait for an hour and a half. So I might be playing My Time at Portia until, or queue on a second screen while I'm waiting for the league to start, and then switch to that once we go live, or about 10 minutes before it goes live. So I will be around 7:30 tomorrow, but if my fishing video that I'm trying to make about My Time at Portia finishes earlier, I might be on earlier. Depends on how it goes. So thanks for hanging out. I will definitely see you tomorrow at some time during the day. Thanks everyone. Bye bye. Take care.